I would like to share with you another reflection about the simple teachings of Jesus, the barefoot Galilean. And I would like to explore in the 9.5 minutes I have here to look at what did he mean when he said to us, "Love one another as I have loved you." What does that mean today in the 21st century? Love one another as I have loved you. Could it be the reason why we have so much turmoil in our world? Turmoil within our family life, maybe turmoil within our own life, is because we've become estranged from true love. There's a quote that I came across from the wonderful holy man Gandhi, whose life story really touched my life on a par with that of Christ, Jesus, the barefoot Galilean. And Gandhi, like so many other beautiful great masters like Muhammad and Buddha, he had something really profound to say about love. He said, "I like your Christ, but not your Christians, because your Christians are not like your Christ." That's a really challenging, open-loaded statement. He's saying, I like your Christ. I love what he represents, but not those who say they are representatives of him. And I guess the reason why God gets such bad press today, a loving Father, Mother God, is not because God isn't love. It's because of what man has done in the name of God as a representative of love to God's people. So let us revisit the question about love. You will know my disciples by the love they have for each other. I remember only too well my initiation as a young monk, and life really began when I was ordained a professed monk in service to Christ, my mystical bridegroom. I was sent within a 24-hour notice to various communities, but several of them were just, really testing. You were seen as someone that was very new, inexperienced, and had to be broken into the system. And particularly from the professed members who were there because there was nothing else for them to do, or nowhere else for them to go. That's going back into the 40s and 50s. They seen us as young monks who were ready to train as nurses, to promote the ministry of the community, of the order. They seen us as a real threat. And I remember several of us who were in training in the early 70s in Manchester. We'd come home very tired, very late, from having done a double shift at the hospital as student nurses, as professed monks, and we discovered that the refectory door was locked, where our dinner was kept in a warm oven. And this went on for many months, and in the end we snapped because we were hungry. And we asked the superior, and he was sort of a best friend with a particular brother, and the brother was as nice as ninepence to your face, but behind your back, he was quite ruthless. So monastic life as a group of covenanted men living the spiritual life in service to God was really like a prison sentence. There was very little demonstration of God's love. So I feel today it's important for us as ordinary individuals who've committed our life to embracing lay monasticism, simplicity, integrity, love, light and blessing. It's important that we try and see the Christ in each other, that we try and see the Prophet Muhammad, the Buddha, the Ascended Masters. It is important, but there's no real joy in living a loveless life if we're afraid of ourselves, if we're afraid of who we are. We all have that gut feeling. Many act on it, many choose not to. But love is something more than sloppy, sentimental love like the television adverts, and they really incense me when I watch an interesting program or documentary and then the ads come on, and there's this particular ad that incenses me, and it's Jane Fonda, Love and Light to her, and she's slapping all this muck on her face, and then she concludes with the statement, "It's because I'm worth it." But aren't you and I worth more than slapping on some polyfiller to hide the cracks? Aren't we worth more than that? And why can't we say, because I'm worth it? You know, as a child of God, you and I are worth it. We are worth it, because the Master gave his life to set us free. And I know there are two schools of thought here. One school subscribes that Christ had a walk-in. Someone took his place on the cross. Others say he wasn't crucified. Well, I think we have to come before our God. We have to kneel down and we have to be truthful. We've not to be swayed by what people are saying or doing or writing about. We have to ask the Father, Mother God, did his Son Jesus, who incarnated as the Christ, did he die on the cross or not? I believe in here that he did. I believe that he showed love in its perfection when he surrendered his life to set you and I free of the control of darkness from destroying us. So for me, that's the testament of love. And I have no hesitation in surrendering my heart to love, God's love, not lust love, not selfish love, but selfless love. And for me, God is love. And if we understand that love, then we reach out and we see the Christ, the God, the Prophet, the Muhammad, the Buddha in each person, however challenging they may be. Because we are called to embrace the divine in each other. We are called to surrender our heart to the divine in another. And sadly, that hasn't happened, particularly within mainstream Christianity, where you have all the different factions, all the different groups and subgroups at loggerheads with one another. And that's where Gandhi gets it right. And that's my challenge today to my family, the Christian Church. I like your Christ, but not your Christians, because your Christians are not like your Christ. Let us reflect. Father, Mother God, you have brought into our lives many wonderful teachers who've shown us your love, who've demonstrated your love. And yet we choose to go a separate path and ignore that love, and yet you still love us. Help us through this short recording, through the gifts that you've given me in my voice, your healing love in the energies of that voice. They are your gifts. I ask you to touch the person who's watching this, who's listening to this, that something within them will connect, that will empower them, reawaken love within them. And then they can stand before you and say, this is how I love my God.